Hi, welcome again for the National Crime Victims' Rights Week. I'm Darlene Cusanza, I'm president for Crimestoppers, and we're here today to give voices to our victims who have suffered through incidents of crime. And I'm very happy to have today with me Ms. Cheryl Jackson and her son Walter Jackson, regretfully was a victim of homicide in the city. Tell us briefly about Walter.
Walter was a very humble person, and Walter was like a mama's boy. Even though he was married, he was a mama's boy. He would come every weekend, Mom washed my clothes, his work clothes. He was a hard-working young man, you know, and Walter just recently started going to second lines, and about a year or two ago, Walter never was the type of person to go to the second lines or go hanging balls or nothing. He just recently started doing that, and when I received that phone call about Walter at 10 o'clock at night, I'm like, not Walter be's inside for 8 o'clock, so it was like kind of hard for me to believe that it was him. And the strange thing about that night, when Walter got shot, I had just got out of the tub, and I had a cold chill, and I said, well, maybe because I'm getting out of the tub. Then all of a sudden I heard something, Ma! And I'm like, huh? And I heard his voice again, Ma! I said, how Walter get in my house and my door locked? The second time I heard his voice, a bright orb flashed in front of me. And when that bright orb flashed in front of me, I said, oh, that's either my mother or my grandmother. And after the bright orb flashed in front of me, the phone rang and she said, Cheryl, Walter been shot. And I told her, I said, my child dead. She said, I don't know. I said, I'm telling you, he's dead. She said, well, how would you know that? I said, my child dead. He was calling for his mama. I couldn't help him. I couldn't protect him. I couldn't save him.
And you know, we hear this from so many of the moms that you know that there is a connection here that's beyond any of our understanding. And you know, Walter's been gone since 2015, but every day I'm sure this is something that's a struggle.
Oh yes, I mean, it's been 8 years, but it seemed like yesterday. All I have is memories and pictures. I have only been to my child's grave twice since I buried him. It is hard for me to go to his grave. I went 1 year with my kids for his birthday, and another year with Max Ferris for the news. I can't do it.
In this case, it's still open, correct?
Yes, it is. And it's hard that, you know, he's gone and don't know who did it, you know. All I know is it was two different people that shot him, you know. And why, I don't know. Because Walter wasn't no trouble person.
So how are you coping?
Well, I started an organization called Mothers Cry, you know, and we are a group of mothers that lost loved ones to gun violence, you know, and that kind of keep me busy with things, you know, but sometimes when that feeling come on you, I don't care where you at. Any mother could tell you this. I don't care where you at. When that feeling hit, it's not no turning it off like a light switch. I be in the grocery store and that feeling hit me, tears just running down my face. People were, hey, well, what's the matter, you know? I'm thinking about my son, you know. And lately I've been seeing a lot of mothers post on Facebook about their loved one, especially around the holidays. It's hard for us. We see our other kids, that one person is missing. When I see my other 3 kids, you know, that one person missing. I haven't celebrated Christmas since Walter got murdered. I used to have Christmas by my house. I don't have Christmas, Thanksgiving or nothing at my house anymore. You know,
it's absolutely life-changing. I mean, and that's, you know, again, that's what the week's about. It's about the fact that we have to give voices to everybody who's been affected. It's, you know, whether you're the victim yourself or it's your son, you know, it's beyond that. It's their siblings, it's their immediate family, it's their neighborhood. It should be the entire community. Exactly.
And I have to be my son's voice. Because if I don't get out here and be his voice, no one else will. You know, not only for my son, for other mothers also. And it's hard that when we call the detectives, we don't get no answer. At least tell us something if you don't have a suspect. You don't, just say something, you know. Because not knowing, that hurt even worse, you know. I understand that they have a lot of cases that they have to work on, and my son's case is not the only one, but at least let me know something. But Ms. Jackson, we don't have nobody right now, we don't have no information, just tell me something, you know.
I think that's the point. It's the silence from the system, it's the silence from the people around you. And I guess if you have one word of advice to give to other moms who have experienced this or going through it now, what is your advice to them?
My advice to them: don't give up.
Okay.
Be your child's voice. Do not let your child name die in vain.
Mm-hmm.
Speak up for them. Fight till you can't fight no more, because I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep on marching, keep on walking, and keep on talking.
Good for you.
Not only for myself, for other mothers that can get out there and do the same thing that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all walking in the same shoes, but we each and every one have different stories.
That's right, and it takes courage to do what you're doing.
And
so I want to thank you to have that courage to do it.
And it's unfortunate that we all have to gather and meet up like this.
Right.
You know, we're not supposed to bury our children. Our kids are supposed to bury us.
That's right.
And that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hole in my heart will never,
absolutely,
never be filled.
Well, we talk about it's life-changing, and you know, it's not forgotten. It will never be forgotten for those who have been a part of it. And you know, one of the things our message is today is, you know, if you're in this situation, there are people here helping. There are people here willing to help you. Crimestoppers is willing to get involved with you, not only just offering, you know, information with a reward, but also putting you together with people who have experienced it and kind of help us through. We're all part of the same team. We're all part of the community that should be standing side by side.
Yes, and with my organization, we have help mothers. You know, they call me any hours of the night. You want to talk? You could talk. I would sit on the phone with you and let you cry. I might cry with you. Mm-hmm. You know, we have raised money for mothers to bury their loved ones, but you know, we don't publicize it because that's something we do from the heart. Right. You know, it's not for no floor show, not for no publicity or competition. This is real life.
And you know, again, I just reach out to everybody out there that if you're in this situation, you're not alone. We want to remind you that Walter's case is open. You know, call us. There is a $2,500 cash reward available. We need more information to find closure. And if you want to get involved with a Mother's Help,
with a Mother's Cry,
please.
You can contact me at 504-372-8359. My email address is CherylJackson89@gmail.com. And you can contact me any hours of the day, any hours of night. I'm there for you.
Well, we appreciate that, and we're thrilled to be able to say we are partnering with you. And you know, thank you for giving us the time today to watch this important story.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.